The Millennium Bridge, officially known as the London Millennium Footbridge, is a steel suspension bridge for pedestrians crossing the River Thames in London, linking Bankside with the City of London. It is sited between Southwark Bridge and Blackfriars Railway Bridge. The Millennium Bridge is owned and maintained by Bridge House Estates, a charitable trust overseen by the City of London Corporation. Construction of the bridge began in 1998, with the opening in June 2000. Londoners nicknamed the bridge the Wobbly Bridge after participants in a charity walk on behalf of Save the Children to open the bridge felt an unexpected and, for some, uncomfortable swaying motion on the first 2 days after the bridge opened. The bridge was closed later that day, and after 2 days of limited access the bridge was closed for almost 2 years while modifications were made to eliminate the wobble entirely. It reopened in 2002. The southern end of the bridge is near the Globe Theatre, the Bankside Gallery and Tate Modern, the north end next to the City of London School below St Paul's Cathedral. The bridge alignment is such that a clear view of St Paul's South 4 Section 8 is presented from across the river, framed by the bridge supports. Design. The design of the bridge was the subject of a competition organised in 1996 by Southwark Council and IBA competitions. The winning entry was an innovative blade of light effort from Air, Foster and Partners and Sir Anthony Caro. Due to height restrictions, and to improve the view, the bridge's suspension design had the supporting cables below the deck level, giving a very shallow profile. The bridge has 2 river piers and is made of 3 main sections of 81 metres, 144 metres and 108 metres with a total structure length of 325 metres. The aluminium deck is 4 metres wide. The 8 suspension cables are tensioned to pull with a force of 2,000 tons against the piers set into each bank enough to support a working load of 5,000 people on the bridge at one time. Construction. Ordinarily bridges across the River Thames require an Act of Parliament. For this bridge that was avoided by the Port of London Authority granting a licence for the structure obtaining planning permissions from the City of London and London Borough of Southwark. Construction began in late 1998 and the main works were started on April 28, 1999 by Monberg and Hawson and Sir Robert McAlpine. The bridge was completed at a cost of £18.2 million, primarily paid for by the Millennium Commission and the London Bridge Trust. It opened on June 10, 2000. Unexpected lateral vibration caused the bridge to be closed on June 12, 2000 for modifications. Attempts were made to limit the number of people crossing the bridge. This led to long queues and dampened neither public enthusiasm for what was something of a white-knuckle ride, nor the vibrations themselves. The closure of the bridge only 2 days after opening attracted public criticism of it as another high-profile British Millennium project suffered an embarrassing setback, akin to how many saw the Millennium Dome. The wobble was attributed to an under-researched phenomenon whereby pedestrians crossing a bridge that has a lateral sway have an unconscious tendency to match their footsteps to the sway, thereby exacerbating the sway. The tendency of a suspension bridge to sway when troops march over it in step was well known, which is why troops are required to break step when crossing such a bridge. The bridge was temporarily closed on January 18, 2007, during the Kuril storm due to strong winds and a risk of pedestrians being blown off the bridge. Resonance. The bridge's movements were caused by a positive feedback phenomenon, known as synchronous lateral excitation. The natural sway motion of people walking caused small sideways oscillations in the bridge, which in turn caused people on the bridge to sway in step, increasing the amplitude of the bridge oscillations and continually reinforcing the effect. On the day of opening the bridge was crossed by 90,000 people, with up to 2,000 on the bridge at any one time. Resonant vibrational modes due to vertical loads and wind loads are well understood in bridge design. In the case of the Millennium Bridge, because the lateral motion caused the pedestrians loading the bridge to directly participate with the bridge, the vibrational modes had not been anticipated by the designers. The crucial point is that when the bridge lurches to one side, the pedestrians must adjust to keep from falling over, and they all do this at exactly the same time. Hence the situation is similar to soldiers marching in lockstep, but horizontal instead of vertical. The lateral vibration problems of the Millennium Bridge are very unusual, but not entirely unique. Any bridge with lateral frequency modes of less than 1.3 Hz, and sufficiently low mass, could witness the same phenomenon with sufficient pedestrian loading. The greater the number of people, the greater the amplitude of the vibrations. For example, Albert Bridge in London has a sign dating from 1873 warning marching ranks of soldiers to break step while crossing. Other bridges which have seen similar problems are, Birmingham NEC Link Bridge, with a lateral frequency of 0.7 Hz, Grove Suspension Bridge, Chester, in 1977 during the Jubilee River Regatta, Auckland Harbour Road Bridge, with a lateral frequency of 0.67 Hz, during a 1975 demonstration. After extensive analysis by the engineers, the problem was fixed by the retrofitting of 37 fluid viscous dampers to control horizontal movement and 52 tuned mass dampers to control vertical movement. This took from May 2001 to January 2002 and cost £5 million. After a period of testing, the bridge was successfully reopened on February 22, 2002. The bridge has not been subject to significant vibration since. In spite of the successful fix of the problem, the affectionate Wobbly Bridge epithet remains in common usage among Londoners. An artistic expression of the higher frequency resonances within the cables of the bridge were explored by Bill Fontana's Harmonic Bridge exhibition at the Tate Modern Museum in mid-2006. This used acoustic transducers placed at strategic locations on the cabling of the Millennium Bridge, and the signals from those transducers were amplified and dynamically distributed throughout the turbine hall of the Tate by a program which Fontana entered into the sound diffusion engine of the Richmond Sound Design audio box. In popular culture, the Millennium Bridge was featured in the sixth installment of the Harry Potter film franchise, where the bridge collapsed following an attack by Death Eaters. The bridge also appeared in the 2014 Marvel Cinematic Universe film Guardians of the Galaxy during the climactic battle on Xandar. The bridge also appeared in the video to the Ollie Murs song Heart on My Sleeve. See also, London Millennium Funicular, a very small funicular railway situated in the City of London, immediately to the east of the northern end of the Millennium Bridge, Angers Bridge, Brooklyn Bridge, Euro pedestrian access, Tacoma Narrows Bridge, the original Tacoma Narrows Bridge that collapsed in 1940, Tay Bridge disaster, references, notes. Bibliography. External links, Millennium Bridge at Stroke-Shuri, Arups Millennium Bridge site, a PDF paper from Arup, discussing the engineering and resonance of the bridge. A paper from Taylor Devices Incorporated on the dampers retrofitted to the bridge, information about the GERBTMDs retrofitted to the bridge. Brooklyn Bridge, lateral S-shaped vibration equals pedestrian oscillations or sway, a Cambridge University Engineering Department account of the Millennium Bridge problem.